There's some big changes coming to Starlink, and primarily it's RVers that are paying the price. Hey there, I'm Corey and welcome back to the Northwood. By now you've probably noticed the trend of Starlink dishes popping up next to RVs. And if you work remotely, you're probably already using Starlink or possibly considering adding it to your internet options while in your RV. Well, Starlink has announced to customers that there's a few changes coming to the service and it's going to affect RVers in a very big way. The first of those changes is that the RV plan that they offer will see a price increase to $150 per month. This is up $15 per month over what the RV plan has been priced since it was released this last year. The RV plan allows you to roam about the US as well as up to 2 months outside the country with internet service that's deprioritized. This means that you could experience lower than normal data speeds in areas that are more populated by residential customers. But the next change is what's going to affect RVers the hardest. And that's for RVers that travel but don't utilize the RV plan. As Starlink has rolled out its service, RVers have been utilizing it even before there was an RV plan available. Many RVers are using a residential service with what's referred to as portability. Portability allowed you to move the service away from your primary residence and change your location. With these changes, that is now gone. So for thousands of RVers that use the Starlink residential service along with portability while RVing, they're going to have to pay more for the RV plan and be deprioritized no matter where they are, or they're going to have to own 2 Starlink dishes, one with residential service and one with the RV plan for when they travel. The biggest benefit of the RV plan is the ability to be able to pause the service, where you only have to pay for the months in which you actually use it. But the equipment is still pretty pricey, and owning 2 dishes and 2 separate plans still doesn't make a lot of sense. The service is linked to the dish and can't be transferred from one dish to another, so there is no option to go back and forth. So for many RVers out there, if they're not already on it, they're going to be forced into switching to the RV plan. Starlink has made changes in their portal to make it easier to transfer over to the RV plan, but currently there's no option to switch back. In addition to these changes, Starlink has changed its rate for its residential customers as well. In areas where there's limited availability and a waiting list, customers are going to see an increase of $10, moving the price up to $120 per month. But in areas where there's plenty of availability and they'd like to attract new customers, they're lowering the price down to just $90. They have announced to customers that they will start seeing these changes effective in April. This isn't the first price increase that Starlink customers have seen, as the demand for the service continues to exceed the capacity of the system, just as every internet service provider has experienced when offering an unlimited internet solution to the mobile community. Starlink is still growing and expanding to meet the needs for the demand. It's still going to take some time to get the thousands upon thousands of satellites into orbit that still need to be there, as well as the millions of customers needed to make the business profitable. So until then, those of us that need reliable internet in places that without Starlink simply wouldn't be feasible, we're just going to have to deal with it. Do you currently use Starlink? What is your thoughts on these changes, and how does it affect you as a customer? I'd honestly like to know. So make sure you leave a comment below, like the video, don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, we'll see you on the road.